Kelly with Wild Blessings, and today is February 28th, 2023. Max and I just got back from exploring on the top of a mountain, and we got all kinds of treasures that we're going to put around on our hiking habit today. But I wanted to let you know tonight's class is going to be amazing. We've got Suzanne Shires, master herbalist and phenomenal forager and an author, who's going to be teaching our class tonight on Forsythia, which is evidently an amazing medicinal. I had no idea. And it's also edible. So I thought it was really a good time to have her share about that. She has a whole chapter on it in her book, which is a wonderful book on, can't remember the name. I think it's called Garden. Anyway, I'll put that in the comments below. And so look forward to, please join her and be sure to comment and give her lots of love. But right now I wanted to share with you some of the things that you can be doing this time of year. It's the last day of February, and so it's a perfect time to be cleaning up your hiking habit and making your sit spot beautiful and transplanting things and force blooming. And so let's talk about force blooming first. So if you have any loved ones who are bedridden or in the hospital and they can't get out to watch spring as it's beginning to unfold and come to life and bring the joy that it brings, you can bring it to them. And so I picked these daffodils when they were just buds and put them in water, and I cannot wait to take them over to a friend of mine who's not feeling well and have her watch them bloom. These were all just buds, and so they're starting to bloom pretty quick, so I got to get over there. But another thing I want to take with me, and I'm excited about this, is to gather a ton of forsythias and pussy willows. So here's the pussy willow. Aren't they so fun? And of course the forsythia is so beautiful. But if you get a bunch of these and you put them in a large bucket of water indoors, it will force bloom and make the most beautiful bouquet right in front of your eyes indoors. So that's a fun thing to do. Another thing you can do, and I'm going to do this right now, is I'm going to take these to my hiking habit and literally stick them in the ground so that you've got the different axils where the buds are coming out, and they can become roots. This has got an incredible amount of root known in it, just like willow does. All you have to do is stick it in the ground and it will take off and become a bush. And I'm going to put it down as far as I can so it can have as much root structure as possible. You know this is the case with forsythia, because as much as I love this plant, it is so interesting. I don't remember what it's called, but when it touches the ground, it starts, even if it just touches a tiny bit, it starts to root where it's touched. And so if you don't keep your forsythias pruned, they can become very unwieldy and a glorious mess. So I'm going to be doing that. And another thing I'm going to show you that I'm excited about, stay with mom, sit, good boy, is the elderberries are starting to leaf out. And so I have probably 100 of them on my acre, and I just so excited to spread more. So the way you do that, don't fall, bud, is you just want to take a cutting like this, and you can see how they've got the opposite branching of the leaves coming out, and you want to stick it down so that you have it in the soil, and these will become the roots. And I did that all over the mountainside, but I don't have access to that now, so I'm going to put it on this side of the fence, and I'm going to stick them in all along the edge so they'll have sunshine, and we'll have beautiful blooms in June and berries in July. Okay, so that's called force blooming, and you can do that with pussy willows and forsythia. Let me know in the comments what else you can force bloom, and bring the spring to loved ones who can't get out and enjoy it. But for those of you that can get out and enjoy your hiking habit, I wrote a blog on that, and I'll be posting that this weekend, showing you some of my hiking habits. It's an important thing to do, especially starting now, because you want to see brown and you want to see the monotones of winter, and that makes the green of spring stand out with such a background of such a contrast. And so every little piece of green you see, you go, oh, what is that? And then you see, oh, that's a Queen Anne's lace, or that's a wild mustard, and it gives you a heads up and a head start for spring. because you want to identify what's edible so that you can start putting them in your smoothies, because these are detoxifying spring plants that come out for our benefit, and God has given them to us for our health. So eat them and identify them, of course, and I'll be showing you pictures in my slideshow that shows you what's out now for the knowing and the picking. Okay, so let's show you what Max and I found this morning. We're pretty excited. So I'm going over today to help the Strohs move in, and the kids don't have a pine tree. So I found a pine tree, whoops, and I got it by the roots, and I'm going to take this as a gift today so that we can plant it together and they can think of it as their holly pine. I found lots of reindeer moss, and I'm going to put this in the hiking habit to make it look magical, and some lichen, lots of moss. Look how beautiful that is, how iridescent and gorgeous and lush that looks. And so that'll be fun to snuggle into the tree roots. Watch out, buddy. And then, of course, I always get rocks. So I found some rocks that are shaped like a heart. And so when it was in the soil, it looked like a heart. When I pulled it out, it doesn't look quite like a heart. It looks more like a mountain. But I found this one as well. And this one also sort of looked like a heart. So always keep your eyes open for love. And it makes you feel so like you're hiking with God and He's just showing you, hey, that's for you too. So things that just catch your eye. Look for different colors. I was very excited to find all this ground cedar. And I'm going to be planting this along my hiking habit as well. You can see that it's definitely a rhizome, above ground rhizome that just kind of roots in at places where it touches the soil. So this will be fun and beautiful to have growing along my new hiking habit. And then I'll post pictures of the kids who came this weekend, bless their hearts, to help me make my hiking habit even more special. I think I have a fir tree in here too. Of course, I've got some hickory bark because I love hickory bark syrup. And yeah, I have a fir tree, but it's really tiny and it's in there somewhere. Okay, we this weekend, Jason and Ben hung a bluebird house. So I'm hoping the bluebirds will be attracted, and Eli put up a hummingbird feeder. And we worked hard, and we worked in the rain, but it's important for your children to be out in all the weather because it makes them resilient, and you want nature smart kids. So, and we want to be nature smart parents, and I want you to enjoy all that God has given you in this season so that you can anticipate the next one. And please join Suzanne tonight, and thank you, Suzanne, for taking my place this evening, and I'm so grateful for you. I want to just brag on her games. I gave the Go Forage game as a gift to Tristan yesterday for his birthday, and he's quite the little naturalist, and he's just going to love it. Those cards have all the materia medica on them. So for each card, so there's 2 dandelion cards, there'll be one card there that has both the pictures are the same, but it'll have the information is different on each card. So you have the medicinal uses on one card and the edible uses on the other. So it's really an amazing, fun way to teach yourself and your children how to forage and how to use herbs and plants for your well-being. So check out all of her wonderful games. She has tree bingo, which the children love. And it's just, she's incredible. I think her cookbook is coming out soon as well. So God bless you guys, and thank you for joining me. Have a blessed week.